Butterfly's Path Towards Inlight, Chapter 2, The Start of Water. Why and what's it? Two words, prove it. When I first realized I discovered the cure for mental health is the first time I heard myself sound like a crazy man. I don't believe my own words sometimes. I guess it's because I don't really believe my mind. This realization, this stuff that I have now downloaded consciously, it is now flowing through my subconscious. This allows a process to understand and apply knowledge, reason, and logic over time. I'm starting to get the ancient quote, those who say do not know, and those who know do not say, which means clearly and ironically, I don't know. But what I do know is what I hear. And I heard two words over and over. I heard my family and friends say the two words, it's foggy, referring to belief and knowing. The fire is lit, brah. Inside of me, I started seeing the 100-foot wave. I wasn't afraid anymore. For the first time, I was imagining me on that wave and not Eddie Aikau. Then I saw in the distance a few surfers. So I spent some time with them. They know it's not foggy. It's as clear and transparent as glassy waves first thing in the morning. Two words, it's foggy. I hope to clear up some of this for you because it's as different as night and day when you see the essence of life. Belief and knowing seems foggy? No. I'll prove it. With your time, attention, and effort. My cocky ego knows this is but a 1990s 3D pixel poster and showing people how to perceive it, that's easy. Two words towards one word, toward. Prove it. To clear up the fogginess, I will provide definitions and evidence to ponder. I will present Eastern information of enlightenment to the academic and prestigious world with the imagination and writing abilities of a fifth grader to show the contrast between just two words at a time. Believing what these two words are and knowing what these two words are may enlighten you to see something right in front of you. Perspective is a funny thing. My mom used to tell me the most amazing things that had such a duality between me and conventional thinking. Think life is in the details and perhaps I was lost in details that never mattered. But this is possibly what blessed my perspective today. I always felt a little contrast to life, like an artist sees color. I hope to paint a picture for you. When I was young, my mom used to ask me questions to influence my behavior. Sorry, Mom, I was a handful. Even as an adult today, I am. She'd ask me, if everyone jumped off the bridge, would you jump too? Quickly, I said, yes. See, I'm a kid from Hawaii, and I'm thinking that it's a sign it's safe because we always jump off bridges anytime we can. I slowly learned decade later her point. So this is for those who know my mom's lesson immediately. I'd say you are a lot smarter than me. With love, I'd say you're on the turtle's path in Butorfly. Slow and steady wins a race. For those who think like me, a person who puts their hand on the stove when someone says it's hot, if you don't want to read, it makes sense. Because the truth is either you do the Butorfly 369 or not. You end up learning everything in the process of trial and error. Experience is a path for the fiery rabbits like me. For those who know not to jump, I'd say this is the academic, religious, and non-religious groups, and maybe one more small group, all. This is for water, air, fire, the race, the turtle. This is for all through the eyes of the fiery rabbit. Two words, believer, knower. You can keep your belief or move the F over and be life. There are two types of people in life, being two different beings. Each a being who believes or a being who knows. These two types of people are those who are the rabbits and those who are the turtles in the race of life. Two words, rabbit, turtle, and the essence of the race. Are you the rabbit? Are you the turtle in the race of life? Are you a being who believes? Are you a being who knows? What percentage of the time are you a being who believes? And what percentage of the time are you a being who knows? And remember, this totals 100%. Can you tell the difference between what you believe and what you know? I'll bet it's kind of foggy if you're anything like my family and friends. Isn't that interesting? This is my first evidence for you to ponder for the academia. This is the baseline. And for the all, now let's drop that base and let's clear this up for you. You could take a PAT test on my app under self-test and then select PAT test. Or you could answer one quick question. Do you want to know? If you answered yes, you're the rabbit. If you answered no, this means you're the turtle. You may need more information before you jump. There are scientific rabbits and turtles, non-scientific rabbits and turtles, religious rabbits and turtles, non-religious rabbits and turtles. So I made this for all. You may find an attraction to your prominent guna. Knowing the gunas will help you regulate your system. Find my self-regulation intervention named ADRC, which uses the tools of the gunas and the doshas to fix your karma. Two words, dosha and gunas. Guna is the essence of the quality of action. You can take a Guna test on my Butorfly app as well under self-test, then select Guna test. An inner scientific tool to perceive our inner experience is to view it through the glasses of the gunas. Use these glasses if you don't know what the gunas are. There are only 3 actions you may sort out in time through many experiences. You will master this and see we are all one. The simplicity of all of us desiring the same thing, which is peace, unity, and an ease of life. This must be given before we can reap what we want. Now we must sow. The gunas is what you have reaped and what you are sowing. Action. There's tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic action. This action is different depending on what you believe and what you know. The gunas will help you choose what action is needed in the now. Simply put, the gunas is the quality of yours or others' actions. There are only 3 actions to know. From these 3, you can choose which is needed. The first action is harmonious action named sattvic. The other 2 is action when you're believing something in error or it's not true. And this would be rajasic or tamasic. This image of the tortoise and the hare in your mind was a foreshadow on ancient Eastern concept easily. I see the gunas as the turtle, rabbit, and the race. Knowing these 3 actions will give you everything you desire or what you need. In the East, they know these 3 actions as the actions of the gunas playing out in time. For the 3 actions of the gunas, known and not known, is to know what is real and what is not real. What is real is our actions in the now. What is not real is what we believe, what we want, or what we fear in the now. Doshas. Doshas are the elements of your essence. These are 3 elements that flow through us. Take a dosha test on my app under self-test, select dosha test. Study on your doshas and your prominent element. Cross-reference how your element relates to meditation, sound, shapes, environments, diets, health aspects, etc. Take it with a grain of salt because your element can shift according to a situation. You may find a pattern developing within your experience. Intervene with the element air and witness transcendence. This happens on a bigger scale if you desire. The inner scientific tool to perceive our inner experience is to view it through the glasses of the doshas. The doshas use 3 of the 5 elements. The other 2 elements beautifully is not and yet is. It's space, and that which fills space for us is the earth. But I see space differently, and past earth or our earthly possessions, that which fills space is time. Now, time is relative, is what Einstein said. My theory is time is relative to how it's used or who uses it. Remember the 2 beings we are, a being believing or a being knowing. Time is relative to disorientation. Then we become timeless. Hope you fly through this knowing and even more realizations on your journey. While the quality of time is known as the gunas reflect the quality of our choices. Why are you repeating actions in your mind reflects 2 things, what you believe and what you know. Let's focus on enhancing what you should know about the doshas, the 3 elements, fire, water, and air. If you test it high in kapha, water, you'll love my proof and evidence you can touch and take home. Possibly the transparency that allows you independence to gather what you need when you need it. You'll also love I defined everything, that I'm very detailed and transparent. You'll find hidden meanings, puns, wordplay, spelling errors, and intentions to show belief and knowing. Water must use fire. Use your knowing and not beliefs. Air. If you test it high in air, you'll love my poetry, art, creativity that highlights the essence we all share, the perfectness you feel connected to. Air, our vata, are like flowers of our community, very sensitive and can be influenced by others. They can be in a room and all of a sudden feel the energy of the room shift. It's as if everyone has glass doors on their back patio, but vata air has a screen door. When you realize you're dealing with vata, can you see how your strategy can shift accordingly? Let's say vata feels the essence of life. The source of their sensitivity is a higher reality than most. Life is fragile, but vata does not know yet. Breath is life. I breathe, therefore I am. Fire. If you test it high in pitta, fire, you'll love me and my references. Think of fire or pitta as an attraction to knowledge and consciousness. Consciousness defined in the East will define it deep for pitta. Consciousness is that by which the mind is known. In the Western medical field, we use consciousness loosely as a matter of how aware one is responding to their environment. Fire has a gift of seeing things. Unfortunately, we get frustrated, angry, and upset because others do not see what's right in front of their eyes. Fire enjoys any sort of play, good or bad. For us, game on. Athletes have fire, competitive, and when we fall from high heights. Fire reaches for the stars, past the sun. This may sound great, but if you're fire, you know this is a path of destruction, burnt bridges, and reactions due to your beliefs. Fire needs to know the self. Fire needs to know how to hold its flame in the wind and even a hurricane. If not, even the wind can influence your flame. Fire has mastered the element. If you are fire and a rabbit, again, stop reading and download my app. It's going to be a tough path, but you'll love a challenge and it works faster with a plan. Do the 2 icons, Butorfly 369, along with 369 first 2 weeks. You need not believe me. No self-learner ever believes, but I can show you a path to understand by showing. And it's all YouTube videos. Listen to them while on the go. Fire loves knowledge, and fire's mind will consume information, or it will keep recycling the old data. I think, therefore I am. Let's define each: a being who believes and a being who knows. And can you tell the difference between what you believe and what you know? Now you know just a little about the elements. Allow me to show you more.